Cain Velasquez. Really? My balls totally moving, new and improving. Knock down, we get back up. I got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire, ready to take us to the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your mom is a nice lady? All hail the King of the West. 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 Yeah, I don't want to get flagged at the very start, but I took such a huge shit the other day. It was like the biggest shit I've ever taken.
Sweet.
And then this morning I did the second biggest shit I've ever taken. So something's happening. I did notice all of a sudden I'm getting really solid poos again. I guess if you're like a runner or something and you analyze your poo, this is science, everybody. This is not about being funny about shit. Runners and stuff, they check their poopies to see like what it's doing, and then they know like how their diet is. So it's a thing. And I feel like in the last couple of months, I've had inconsistent food, not the same stuff, sometimes healthy, sometimes really unhealthy. And I've just sort of had, not diarrhea, but just not great poopies for a while, to the point where I was starting to get used to it. And then all of a sudden last week I started dropping like logs. And then yesterday I wanted to show Katie, but it's just too gross. But I wanted to show someone because I was like, how did that happen? It's kind of like when kids take a shit and you're like, how the fuck did you take that big a shit when you're that little?
You can always text your turds to me.
I can't do it. I'm not like Mike Catherwood, or I can't do it. It doesn't interest me. I guess it's more like my own personal satisfaction. Even though I don't like it, it's just hard to deny when it's that big.
I feel like this is not the first time I've asked this in the last couple of weeks, but is rapemypoo.com still a thing?
I don't believe you ever asked that.
I think I did. I'm always thinking about rate my poo.
I would assume that website still lives.
Are you saying rate?
Rate.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Whatever you think I'm saying. Nope. Not that.
What the fuck is happening?
I took the probably the two biggest poops of my life in this house.
Cool.
Do you remember those times
when
we were doing like Patreon shows, and towards the end I was sitting like this?
Yeah.
And like doing everything in my power to keep myself from shitting my pants.
Yep.
When I ran upstairs and pooped, it might be because you have a squatty potty too. I had never used a squatty potty before.
Oh.
And
I don't use it.
It was to the point where I considered both times taking pictures and texting you, because it was like,
yeah, don't.
How did you should be a deflated man. You should just be a floppy plastic bag of skin floating back downstairs after that much left your body.
You know what's worse than taking a poo in somebody else's house when everybody would prefer that you didn't? Telling them about it later.
Well,
that doesn't bother me. I don't mind that you did a shit in my house. I just don't want to see anybody's photo of a shit.
I don't like pooping at other people's houses either. I don't like pooping in public. I only like pooping in my toilet.
Yeah. We've got temperamental toilets too. The one upstairs doesn't work that well. I keep forgetting that. But I blocked the toilet this morning downstairs, and that's the good one.
Oh man, even I didn't block that one. That must have been a power duke.
I'm telling you, it's just weird. They're really fat. It's like the fattest shit I've ever done. I don't know if my asshole's getting bigger or something, but I'm like, what is that?
Did it hurt coming out?
Yesterday's one did, but this one didn't.
I hate thick ones.
Yeah.
Because
I did. I don't. That's not a cool thing to say. You're supposed to really like thick ones, just so you know.
I told you my method of handling thick ones, right?
Would you cut it or something?
A little bit. You push some out and then you clinch.
Yeah.
So you kind of just like soften it, kind of like what Diego did to the hot dogs in our
Yeah.
Patreon special. You squeeze them and make them thinner. So it hurts a little bit. It like pushes out and then you squeeze it and then you just keep doing that.
Mm.
Yeah. You make
No.
anal beads out of your poop.
I do that. Yeah.
You've mentioned that.
I think I'm a gaping whore, so I fell out.
So I'm happy for you and your poops.
Yeah. I guess it means my body's working because it's definitely getting it out,
Yeah. Poop is supposed to fall out of your ass.
right?
So when you said runners analyze their poop a lot, is that because running changes your poo?
No, I feel like they poo. Because when they go running, there's like a runner's poo that they get. That's why runners poo in parks and shit. Because they've got one ready to go.
Which they do. For people who think you're making that up, there have been any number of stories over the years of people who were finding shit in their neighborhood and fearing the worst. And it turns out it was just a runner with an incredibly regular running and pooping schedule.
Yeah,
Oh.
makes you poo. So, Carl Kingsbury's wife, she was a runner, and she said that she teaches her kids about poo. That sounded wrong.
It's an important lesson.
No, to analyze your poo, because then you know your diet. Then you know what's missing in your diet, or I don't know, some sort of thing to do with sports and getting the maximum out of your body. They read their shit. I'm saying it wrong. I'm saying it uneducatedly, but they really do. They're not the only people too. There's athletes out there that analyze their poopy to make sure that their body's running at the maximum potential.
I think there's even a chart.
There is a chart. And they know the chart without having it because they're professionals. And they analyze their shit, and if they see it in a bad way, they're like, "Oh, this needs more of whatever you're deficient in." So, I guess I would be working efficiently right now, which is weird because I don't feel that efficient right now. I feel pretty tired. Keep
Sounds
staying
like-
up real late.
Are you doing a smooth or are there cracks in the surface?
It's
Like-
cracks.
Like an
Yeah,
overbaked
that's-
brownie.
That's a classic type 3 that you get.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah, it's a normal shit. I can tell, but maybe it's been a while, and it's getting extra. They're like big because it's been a while since I've done a healthy shit. I think that's the theory.
Yeah, spring cleaning in your colon.
I don't know what happened to make it healthier. I guess I haven't been to Appleton, Wisconsin for fucking a month, so maybe that's it.
That'll do it.
I feel like flying to other places and having Chili's like food for a couple of days keeps your diarrhea going.
For sure.
Yeah. Good episode so far. Sorry, you guys. It's confusing. Who do you tell? I got a fucking biggest shit I've ever done. It's gross. I don't really want to tell anybody. I don't even really feel like talking about my shit, but I'm on the show. This show, it feels like if you're going to talk about your poo, this is the place.
It's funny that when you're not sure who you should tell something, the answer you arrive at is tens of thousands of people all at the same time.
Yeah, really? Oh, yeah, wow, it's really tempting. Yeah, okay, good point. I've always done that. Ever since I had a show, that's where I do it.
It's therapeutic.
Yeah, gets you in trouble too.
Yeah, it does.
But I don't believe I did anything wrong just now. I believe I'm not in trouble for shitting.
You're reminding
Cool
me
shirt.
of a news story. Which one?
Yours?
This one, really? It's the cover of an album that you almost definitely would hate.
Morrissey?
No, this is the second and I would argue best Pixies album, Doolittle.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think I hate the Pixies.
That's
I just don't care.
yeah, that's probably where you come down on them. The Pixies are one of those
Is
bands.
that
where-
a wild dog?
I think it's a monkey.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a monkey.
Yeah, one of the big songs on it is called Monkey's Gone to Heaven. So this is sort of like, I think it seemed to me that they hired an artist and said, we got a song called Monkey's Gone to Heaven. Work with it. Go with it.
Oh, animals have souls.
No, I actually think the song is about like evolution and religion and stuff.
Yeah.
Because
That's what I was thinking.
there's a bit in there where he goes, if man is 5, then the devil is 6, then God is 7. So this monkey's gone to heaven is the rhyme of that.
Oh.
So I always assumed that it was talking about monkey men.
Yeah. Yeah, because how much man do you have to be before you have a soul?
And does Harambe have one? Did he go to heaven?
Harambe is an animal, bro.
Yeah.
Talking about missing link.
Right. Here's the thing. People mix up.
Does the missing link have a soul?
I don't think so. I don't think a lot of things have souls.
What am I more in my blood than you guys?
Neanderthal.
Yeah. Does a Neanderthal have a soul?
I would argue yes.
Right.
We confuse.
The tough questions have been answered. Jason's got big shits and Neanderthals have souls. Like and describe.
We confuse.
Subscribe. Sorry,
eyebrow
wrong show.
muscles with souls. I truly believe that. Like every animal that can't move its like squint or express surprise or whatever, we think they don't have souls. Like fish, their eyes never change, no soul. But anytime, like my dog this morning, speaking of impressive shits, my 4-month-old dog has been doing great with the crate. He's so great with the crate that apparently last night he just had a huge diarrhea shit and opted to sleep in it for most of the night.
Oof.
And we found that out the hard way when we let him out, and then you go, oh shit, there's a big shit in there. And then you look and you see all the shit paw prints going around the house. So I gave a dog a bath this morning and he did not care for it, but he has big, like old man, like Ed Asner and up eyebrows.
Cool.
So we think that he's thinking about stuff because he can go, oh. It doesn't mean he's any smarter than a fish, I don't think. He's just got fucking eyebrows.
You're saying if you can't raise your eyebrows, you don't know what you're thinking?
I'm saying that we think things that can raise their eyebrows are thinking deeper thoughts than I think they are.
What about when they do this instead?
Any of it.
That's a response, right?
Look, if you are a monkey and you just sit there for an hour going, I can see where you might go, oh, he might be pondering the nature of the universe. But when he then like reaches behind himself and pulls out a feces and eats it, I think that's got to nullify all the credit you were just giving that guy.
Monkeys eat their own shit?
I don't know. Do they? I could probably find a video.
I know for sure they poop in their hand.
I would watch that. I know that they poop in their hand and throw it at people.
Yeah.
But they don't eat it. I think there's a video. You might be right. They definitely smell it. But we smell our own shit. It's just we're not.
Wild chimps are known to pick through feces for seeds and re-ingest them. In fact, chimps in captivity have sometimes eaten their own feces or the feces of others. If you ate poop, you don't have a soul.
Oh, yeah?
That's what I say.
Okay.
If there's
Tough luck, Germans.
If there's any humans in the audience, that's right. Chimps and Germans.
I was going to say, isn't there a few crazy people out there that eat their poopy, or is that just in film?
What if monkeys had...
they do that?
All dogs go to heaven.
The craziest place, when you go to the place where everyone's crazy.
Yeah, crazy house.
Somebody in the corner eats a shit.
No doubt.
Is that what it's like?
Oh, is that a monkey chewing a log?
Man, that's a big turd to be... He's going to spit it out.
Oh, he's regretting that decision.
He wants the seed. He doesn't want the shit.
Maybe it's just brown gum.
You don't think he smells like shit? Like, I don't feel like that nobody smells good, so they don't know shit smells bad.
His eyebrows are expressive, though. He does have...
No one has
That's what I'm saying. If that thing in his mouth is a cigar instead of his own shit, that's George Burns.
That motherfucker's going to get pink eye.
I don't think they get pink eye. They don't have a soul. You can only get pink eye if you have a soul.
He just picked up a turd, shoved it in his mouth, and now he's
in there like dip.
Picking his eye. Non-stop picking his eye.
Maybe he likes eye boogers on his shit.
That's zoo caviar right there.
Is that because they're really hungry? Like if they're in the zoo and they get fed all the time, do they still eat their shit?
I think so.
Right.
I think it's like that Depression era thing. Like
I got a dog that eats shit.
Like my dad needs to finish everything on his plate because when he was little, there wasn't enough food. And now there is enough food, but he can't get over it. I think that's
I got raised to do that. I was raised to do that, and I was good at it too. I never got in trouble for not finishing, and my brothers did.
Yeah.
But I got Americanized, and I started hanging out with rich people who sometimes order, like Christian Hosoi one time ordered multiple meals at a diner, and he just grabbed a fork and was just stabbing into certain things from the plate and eating it. And I remember, I was probably like 19 or something, just in awe of Christian Hosoi being here and watching him eat. And I was like, that's what I want to do. You know, well, I want to have enough money to order 7 different breakfasts and just have a bite of each one. Like, not even, all the things that I was taught as a child out the window.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Life. Sometimes it's awesome. Sometimes it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
If you're in one of those grooves right now, you don't need to wallow in filth like a little piggy. There's help out there for you. There's better help out there for you. Specifically, are you suffering from burnout? I would describe myself as a burnout sufferer. We're all carrying the weight of the world, and you're doing it. You're pulling it off. So you're like, yeah,
we're
I'm
great
fine.
providers, Michael.
I put food on the table, okay?
God damn it.
You're pulling it off, but just because you're pulling it off doesn't mean that you're doing it with elan. Doesn't
I'm
mean
pulling it
you're
off.
happy about it. You might be burned out, bro. There's no shame in that. Kind of makes you a man. But
Yeah.
you know what else makes you a man?
What?
Getting help.
Yeah, get help, man. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours, mate. Jason Ellis Show listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Ellis. That's betterhelp.com/Ellis.
We here at the Jason Ellis Show are stoked to be sponsored by Athletic Greens.
Stoked.
Why? Because we care about our health and yours.
You really care.
Despite the fact that I have the body of the Pillsbury Doughboy.
If anybody
I do
cared-
try.
Yeah, no, you don't give up.
And sometimes trying is hard, but what could be easier than mixing some powder with water and then drinking it and getting a whole bunch of vitamins and minerals and good stuff?
You love vitamins and minerals, Kevin.
I really do.
I wish you'd stop talking about it. I get it.
But don't just take it from a guy whose shirt is covered with empanadas. Let me tell you
Oh my
about
God.
Athletic Greens.
Gyoza, sir.
Why?
I'm so sorry, Athletic Greens. We're trying. Yeah.
Why one tasty scoop of AG1 contains 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients, including a multivitamin, multi-mineral, probiotic, green superfood blend, and more in one convenient daily serving. The special blend of high-quality, bioavailable ingredients and a scoop of AG1 work together to fill the nutritional gaps in your diet, support energy and focus, aid with gut health and digestion, and support a healthy immune system, effectively replacing multiple products or pills with one healthy and delicious drink. To make it easy for you, Athletic Greens is going to give you an immune-supporting free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase if you visit athleticgreens.com/JES today.
Yeah, again, simply visit athleticgreens.com/JES. Take control of your health and give AG1 a try. I didn't look up to my parents. I looked up to my dad a little bit for certain things, but skateboarders definitely were the people that surpassed my idols of my childhood. Like, all of a sudden it was like, I only listen to Chris Miller, I only listen to Ben Schroeder. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but when I wanted to be just like Ben Schroeder, that was a bad idea. Just raging all the time. Like, if I had to just stay with Chris Miller because he was so healthy and I don't know, just like responsible. He had a kid already and was just like, you wouldn't do that and you wouldn't do this. And I was like, that was my first person I looked up to. And then it changed to a guy that was like, I don't take shit from anyone. I do whatever the fuck I want. And if you try to say anything, I'm going to fucking fight you. And I was like, wow, cool. And then I became a dick. I looked up to the wrong guy. I love him, but I feel like sometimes raging against authority is overrated.
It's a lot of energy.
They're not that personally out for you. I find it's more like you kind of ask for it. You get involved with that shit. And then the next thing you know, it starts rubbing you the wrong way. Best to just come in with a positive attitude. That way you don't have to start fights with imaginary people. Because the man is everywhere.
Yeah. Except security guards at concerts. Those guys are fucking assholes.
Security guards, because of skateboarding, have always been a thing that that was probably the first time where I questioned authority. Because security guards are, not all, but some are unprofessional and they do stuff that you're like, that's not even fair. You're just being a dick. And I'm like, wait, if you're just being a dick, then I don't know if I trust you anymore. I think you're completely full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see multiple people go out of their way to be a dick or start muscling some younger kid, because I saw that all the time, be like, hey, fuck, you know what I mean? Start pushing some 12-year-old around. I'm like, what the fuck is that, dude? That happened all the time. Security guards would always do mean out of, like, you've gone too far. Talking about skateboarding at ledge, you're going too far. This isn't even your building, you know?
Yeah, I
it.
remember that part in so many skate videos. I mean, they would just have like a compilation of them like fucking with security guards or security guards coming and trying to steal their boards. And
I wonder who start. You know, I get it's you got to look. You know, you own the building and people are scratching up your fucking building, millions of dollars. I get it, but I just think some security guards are for sure there. They don't care about the building. They care about fucking you over.
Yeah.
Like their part of their day is going to be, I can't wait to get a hold of some little shit and scare the crap out of him because fuck those guys. That's how.
Yeah. No,
It's different. If someone goes, hey, guys,
right.
you got to go. Okay. But if you come in, you know, like you're going to fight a 12-year-old, we're going to fuck with you.
Here's the problem. So skating, I get if you're gonna leave a mark that's always gonna be out front.
It's fair.
It's fair. I'm thinking of like mall cops, where for the most part, 9 out of 10 times the kids that they were messing with didn't need to be messed with. So to me, like jobs have a certain culture, and if you or I got that job, maybe there's a couple guys who run businesses who are kind of always in your ear, like, hey, what's that kid doing? You should go fuck with him. You should go fuck with him.
Yeah.
At a certain point, you're probably going to go, man, I feel like I just get paid. Like, it's not a great job. It's not really going anywhere. And all I'm supposed to do is fucking fuck with kids that just want to buy Slinky bracelets. I think I should find another job. But the guy who's like, yeah, you're right. We should see what those kids are up to. That guy never leaves.
Right.
And that's why the cliches very often are true. That's who sticks at that job. They are people who wanted to be police officers who lacked the ability or qualifications.
Do you think there's pound people that are mean to dogs?
I'm sure far less than there used to be. But yeah.
All right. Like in Friday, Ice Cube's dad, he's a pet guy and he likes to kick the dog, put his foot up the dog's ass.
Is that his job?
Yeah.
Is he like a dog catcher?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Remember he had the truck with the dog kennels in the back?
Oh, I don't. I remember the only thing I really remember is him shitting and saying nobody go in there.
Yeah. But then he also goes into a story about how he really likes to put his foot up a dog's ass.
That's right. God, that's so
his
classic.
satisfaction of his job. And I'm like, I don't think he's far off. I think there's people out there like, I fucking hate my job.
Yeah.
And the highlight of my day is when I put a foot up a dog's ass.
Yeah.
My dad used to whip into dogs that he loved. You know, he loved his dogs. But if they fucked up, he'd crack everybody. You know, like if dogs barking in the back, he'd do this thing where there'd be a stall for a second where he'd analyze the street where everything is and then look back and just start cracking everybody in the back. Not clenched fist, but still he's a big dude. You know what I mean? Like backhands and forehands across the fucking head, and it would be anybody. You know, like if be quiet. And, you know, my brother and I fucking with each other or something, and then he did this, and then we'd stop talking because we knew it was coming, and then he'd look back, pissed, you know, like in rage, and fucking start cracking everybody. And more than one time, the dog did it, and we got accidentally scooped up in the fucking mix because he's in the back with us, and then vice versa, where we were fucking with each other, and he started clacking us, and dog got
just does like a Three Stooges swipe. It gets everybody in one blow.
Yeah, and does the like across the whole back seat. Everybody gets one. Crazy temper.
I heard from our good friend Marion, a longtime listener and friend of the show. She sent a pretty important piece of news regarding sea monsters.
Mm.
I always love getting sea monsters updates.
Sea monsters everybody's talking about them, and we're no exception. So for like, as long as there have been sailors and seamen out on the open seas, there have been these stories of, oh, we saw many tentacled beast out there. And, you know, and those just like, and people who are landlubbers are like, shit, there's sea monsters, right? And were there sea monsters? No, it's pretty obvious. But at the same time, what were those guys seeing that led to all of the reports of all of the sea monsters that were talked about in days of yore? We might finally have an answer. And it's a very simple and elegant answer. All of the sea monsters throughout history,
The Kraken.
The Kraken, for example, perfect, were always just whale dicks.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
There are giant squids.
True.
They can't really make their tentacles stand up out of the water. They seem pretty floppy.
Exactly. So how would the sea monster see him? Because they go, oh, I just saw a little bit of it. I can only imagine what the rest of that beast was. Nah, brah. Whales sunning their dicks.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they mate in pods
Uh-huh.
when whales have sex. So, while one of them's banging the girl, the other one's got to kill some time, and they just kind of hang their dick around.
That's exactly right. While he's waiting his turn at a gangbang, he will go and just stick his dick out of the water. And what would you think? If you just saw that hanging out of the water in the 1300s.
Yeah,
That's a sea monster.
Yep.
There's actually some photos going around. I don't think the Loch Ness monster is in Loch Ness, but I also don't think there's any whales in there. But if you look at the famous photo of the Loch Ness monster side by side with the whale dick, it kind of seems like the Loch Ness monster is a whale dick too.
Could have there been a whale in that lake?
I don't know.
Is there freshwater whales?
Could it have been a fish
It's a
dick?
fucking stupid question. There's no way, right?
I don't think so.
That's stupid. At least I caught it.
So gross.
Yeah.
So are we looking at a flaccid whale dick or is that a whale boner?
It's flaccid.
I think that's flaccid.
Wonder what it looks like as a boner.
If only somebody could invent some sort of mechanism where you could just type in questions and get answers, often in graphic form.
That'd be a
wouldn't that
great day
novel?
when they get that.
In the year 2000.
I would use that if they had it.
All right, I'm going to look it up and I'm not going to fucking show you.
What? What?
I'm just going to sit over here
Yeah.
with fucking whale boners on
That's
my
right.
computer.
More
showed
whale
us.
boners for you.
Yep.
Kevin
I
1,
don't-
us 0.
It's all just tentacle whale dicks.
I
don't
saw
see any hard-ons.
that Nicolas Cage movie last night.
Unbearable
Oh.
weight of massive talent. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so.
I saw it over the weekend as well.
I saw it in one of those theaters where you get food and shit. And it was private Tony Hawk and like 20 other people.
Oh, that was way
In
cooler
the-
than the one I went to.
I sat next to Riley and his girlfriend, who's Kurt Cobain's daughter. She fucking looks like him. Like,
Oh,
it's
wow.
scary. I just walked in like, hey guys. And then I'm like, wow, that girl looks familiar. And I'm just looking at her for a second, like, why do I know her, but I don't know her? And then I'm like, oh my God, you're so fried. That's why. And then in the movie, there's like a section of, this guy's not a great dad, but he wants to be. And I was like, it's got a interesting, because I thought for a second, even Riley is, he's got a, what it would be like to have Tony Hawk as your father, and especially Riley's the young one. So Riley was around when dad was flying everywhere all the time. Just if you have weird parents and you see a movie that has something like, it's a good movie. Like, Nicolas Cage has shit ones and good ones.
Yeah.
This one's probably the best one in decades. Like, it's really good. It's just a really good movie. His acting is on fire. Everybody else's acting is on fire. It's an awesome storyline. And it's funny because the movie's about the movie. So there's a bunch of dialogue that is what the movie is about. And
Yeah,
they're
it's very, very meta and self-referencing.
okay. Yeah, that's a way better way to explain it. Stay in school, kids. Yeah, so I really liked it. I thought it was awesome.
Yeah, it was solid.
Yeah, the Nick Cage renaissance is officially upon us. Like, I think it went from he was good, and then people sort of lost track of him, and it seemed like he may be permanently in the wilderness. We knew he lost money, and he was buying pyramids and
He got hair too.
monkey paws. Yeah, he did. He did.
Looks good.
Yeah, he looks like David Lynch all of a sudden.
You no longer have to focus on how his hair is on his head.
That's
'Cause
interesting.
there was a time there where I was like, I can't even see his face. I'm just like, what the is it a comb over or is it, what is it?
Yeah.
Because it was very noticeable that he was incredibly bald, but he still had like a Elvis kind of hairstyle. I'm like, how do you fucking achieve that?
That's
It
interesting.
looks slicked back, but it's receding. How did you do that?
Because I am not, bald guys always notice other bald guys so much more than people who have hair, even though I fucking barely have hair. Somebody fucking gave me Sam Tripoli's fucking haircut. But I saw a photo of him. He did a Reddit Ask Me Anything that was, I think they said it had more questions than Barack Obama's.
Yeah.
And the photo, they always have them hold a photo that they wrote or somebody wrote for them, so you know that it's really them, because otherwise anybody could just say, hey, I'm Barack Obama, ask me anything. And the photo, I found his hair incredibly distracting. And so just
Barack
as you're
Obama's?
no, Nicolas Cage.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying, like, just as you're saying his hair's finally gotten convincing, his hair's finally become very, very distracting for me. But I'm just saying, I think that people were laughing at him for all the shitty movies, and then you could see it kind of turning into laughing with him for the shitty movies. And now I would not be surprised at all if a year from now he's in something where he's like legitimately going for an Oscar again.
Yeah. Might get one for this. They touch on him doing lots of movies and paying things off too. Like there's a touch of real in it. Like he's really going for that. Or it's like, I'm back. Not that I ever left. That's like one of the things that he keeps saying. Because he is back.
Yeah.
Not that he ever left, but he kind of did.
Well, that's the thing with, I flipped through the Ask Me Anything. You know, people just say, what are your favorite movies that you were ever in? Or what are movies that you could watch over and over? And his answers were like so good and so thoughtful and just had such a nice, cool tone of gratitude to them. And it's like, where did this guy go? It wasn't our collective imagination that things got very, very weird for a while there with him.
Yeah.
We didn't make that up. So it's not so much how did he go off the deep end to some extent or another. It's just how did he come back from there?
Was it a little bit of a being that big back then and that being super uncool today? You know, I can feel like it's changing now, but at one point I think it was a bit of a laugh for Sylvester Stallone to make a movie, even if it did well. Like it was like, Rocky's sick, really? Or Rambo when he's old and you're like, what the fuck? But I feel like if he did that now, if he did like Rocky 5 now, and it was a good movie, more chance of him being accepted again. Like there's no big joke about Nicolas Cage in this movie. He's just fucking cool again.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know, maybe because I'm old, but it just seemed like if I missed out on the last 20 years and just saw him in, you know, his heyday and now, I'd be like, man, this guy just ruled it the whole way. Because at one point, I think we were all kind of laughing at him a little bit.
Jason Ellis Show here to tell you about the wonders of Magic Spoon.
We're here. We're in the house.
Yeah. I am a man who is desperately trying to diet. I have cut out just about all sugar.
You heard?
Pretty much anything that tastes good.
No,
I have cut it out.
Right, you only eat healthy food. That's why you look like that.
I mean, I look better than I did 2 weeks ago.
Do ya? Show me your boobs.
While he does that, let me tell you about Magic Spoon. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams
nice
of
rack,
protein.
Kevin.
You could have an even nicer rack than Kevin when you get all the protein from this delicious yet sweetly satisfying cereal confection.
What the?
If you don't like cereal, you are not human. But
Keto-
cereal's not good for you. Magic Spoon is.
Keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, low-carb, totally awesome.
Go to magicspoon.com/Ellis. Grab a variety pack and try it today. And be sure to use the promo code Ellis at checkout and save $5 off your order, mate. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product. It's backed with 100% happiness guarantee. So if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund your money. No questions asked. Don't ask any questions. They're not going to ask any questions.
Jason, which is your favorite? Cocoa, fruity, frosted, or peanut butter?
Peanut butter.
I like
Same.
putting cocoa and peanut butter together.
Oh, you genius.
Remember to get your next delicious bowl of gluten-free cereal at magicspoon.com/Ellis and use the code Ellis and save $5.
Mother's Day is coming. I know, I forgot to. It's May 8th. And if there's a woman in your life who you impregnated and she bore a child painfully out of her loins, she's probably expecting a gift. You should look into Raycons, which are terrific wireless earbuds. They were kind enough to send us all a pair. I'm sure we're all enjoying them. I would be lying if I said I've tried them because I was going to give them to my wife, but then my son stole them. I will never see them again because these are a hot commodity in my house. The boy, he reads Harry Potter while he listens to the soundtrack through the wireless Raycon earbuds. It's very, very charming. It would be nicer if he'd let his mom have them, though.
I got them. I run in them and they don't fall out of my ears because they got like a different little rubber things that you can put in there to make it fit better.
Yeah, right. You should give them to your mom.
Right. She's probably got the same hole in her ear, so I just realized I've got the right plug for it. Tell mom how much you love her and make sure she hears it crystal clear audio quality with Raycon. Go to buyraycon.com/JES, as in the Jason L Show, and get 15% off your Mother's Day order. That's buyraycon.com/Ellis.
/JES.
I mean, JES. Sorry. Yeah.
Well, I like how, because I mean, I'm so pumped that there's a Nicolas Cage renaissance because my entire life has been a Nicolas Cage renaissance.
Yeah. You're going to. You loved
it? Yeah.
You liked it, right?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
But like, I think what happened was he had, that hot streak with Face Off, Con Air, and The Rock. And then, like, he still made good movies after that. And then he even did Adaptation, which was like, an Oscar level performance. And then he, I think the debt happened and that became a joke. And he had to just take any script that came across his desk just to pay all this shit off.
Yeah.
And then now he's I think he's out of the debt. And now he's just doing shit that he likes again, it seems.
Yep.
I mean, that pig movie, I don't know if you saw that.
Yep,
that was fucking awesome.
Yep, agreed.
That horror movie he did, Color Out of Space.
I don't know why.
Ass.
You're right. And I don't know why when I watched those movies, I didn't go, wow, he's fucking back. This one made me think it. I was like, wow, it's not even, like, I didn't, like, you're right, Pig is awesome.
Yeah.
But I just never thought he was cool as I thought he was in Con Air.
Yeah.
And now he does a couple of things where he talks to his alter ego, younger Nicolas Cage, and that dude fucking shreds. Like he says Nicolas Cage, he calls himself Nick, but he does it in this big like Ric Flair thing where he just like, woo, fucking Cage or some shit. Like he gets out of his mind on it. And you love him when he does it. It's funny, but it's also cool as fuck. It makes you want to be him. Like he hasn't done that for me in a long time where I was like, yeah, man, I don't think it'd be that good to be you. And now I'm like, fuck, you're a champion again.
Yeah, they like de-age him to the Valley Girl era of
right.
Nick Cage, and he just has pep talks with his imaginary younger self.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I haven't seen this movie, but I think what you see with a lot of people like Stallone, I honestly, as a music guy, I've seen it with Morrissey, is there's the cool young them, and then like the cracks start to show in the facade. And it's like, oh man, are you still going to stand out there like a pretty boy? You're actually getting kind of fat. Or Stallone, really? You think you can fucking kill 1 million guys in an afternoon? Aren't you like fucking 52 years old? And then they just stick with it. And at a certain point, you're not comparing them to their prime. You're just like, fuck yeah, he's still doing it.
Yeah.
It's cooler to be Rambo at 70 than it was at 50.
Yep.
I think that's the second act for a lot of them. I think Bill Murray did that, where people didn't want him to be the guy from, would have been pathetic if he was doing Stripes. And then all of a sudden he's like, yeah, I'm this old guy who looks like absolute shit. I'll be funny like this now.
Yeah, it worked.
It did work.
He might be the most solid one.
I love that quote that's going around from Nick Cage talking about his, video on demand era.
Yeah.
And being like, yeah, I had to do these movies constantly, but like I never mailed it in.
Yeah.
Like the movies might have been a little, but I never phoned it in. You get 100% of my talent in every one of them.
I think he's similar to Al Pacino in that regard, right? Al Pacino has said, and maybe people have taken this and run with it. Maybe he didn't mean it quite how it sounds, but he said sometimes he would just do horrible movies to see how not bad he could make them. I think that when you're as talented as Nicolas Cage, and when, we just see the finished product, he's been on first class sets with world famous directors, with other actors that it's like fucking 2 tennis legends playing. And all of a sudden he's surrounded by people that aren't worthy of him. I think he could just be like, you know what? Maybe this one, I'm just going to say the really loud every time. And that's my fucking pleasure for this one. And I think a lot of them, the only way he could bear them was to make them inside jokes for himself. Or there's some fucking, my accountant's this really weird guy. I'm going to do an impression of him for this whole entire movie. Who fucking gives a shit? It's 14 days of my life. I'm never going to watch it. That's the only way I can make this fun for myself.
Yeah. I don't know how bad it is. Never been a movie star. How bad is it to be in a big time movie with Al Pacino and then be in Ghost Rider? Still a big production.
Yeah. I mean, the sub Ghost Rider stuff.
Like what?
Like everything he did 10 years ago.
Can't name one because they were that bad.
Yeah, kind of.
I watched a lot of them. Like some of the recent ones that come to mind is Primal.
Yeah, I saw that where he's
like on a ship.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't hate that.
Kill Chain. Did you see that one?
Fuck.
Kill Chain wasn't bad. He was like a hitman type running a hotel in Mexico or something. And an injured assassin comes through. It was definitely one of his low budget VOD ones.
Yeah.
It wasn't Con Air or anything, but it was better than most of those crappy ones he did.
Who's the guy that's the co-star in that new movie with him?
Oh, Pedro Pascal.
He's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
awesome in everything he's in too.
He's the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Not into Star Wars.
And I think he probably had the most brutal death in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was quick, though.
I mean, yeah, like all of his teeth punched out, his eyeballs gouged, and then his head just split open like a melon.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple bad spots.
It's a rough way to go.
Yeah.
I still haven't forgiven them for not dragging out the death of, was it Joffrey?
Yeah.
He got off way too easy.
Yep.
That guy should have died over the course of a season.
Yeah, because torturing him, he'd really say some bitched out shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he tortured people.
Yeah.
He didn't just kill people. He tortured lovely prostitutes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Not the mean prostitutes, the nice ones.
I would have rather to see him perish in a long way.
Why didn't he get, what's the fucking, who was the guy that did get tortured over the course of a season?
Oh, Lily Allen's brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? What was his name?
Cut his dick off, right?
Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah.
Reek. Yeah.
Why didn't they reek him?
Yeah. Reek should have reeked him.
Oh.
Payback.
Reek's Revenge.
Yeah. I would watch that show.
It's not too late.
It is.
Fucking retcon all of it. Who cares?
Yeah, good point.
Seriously, they said,
Spider-Man 27. Fuck it.
there's multiple Spider-Men now. What are we doing?
Yeah. I don't like it.
Nah, me neither.
I don't really like Spider-Man anymore. Maybe because I got too old, but he's just too upbeat for me. I like Superman. I never liked Superman, but it just feels like these days Superman's got a lot of issues. I can relate to it more.
Yeah, I still can't get into Superman.
Yeah.
You know, I've never seen any of the Christopher Reeves ones.
That's a bummer.
I know.
Well, we're going to do a movie review on Patreon, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
The good one, too.
That's
I
right.
mean, the worst one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one was on in my household here and there when I was growing up, so I saw bits and pieces, but I've never watched a Christopher Reeve start to finish.
What about the one with Russell Crowe in it? You like that?
The Russell Crowe. Oh,
Did they let him be Superman?
Nah, he's Superman's dad.
Yeah, that was Man
Oh.
of Steel.
Yeah. I like
Man
that.
of Steel was okay. A little boring, a little stale. I don't know. I've been a comic fan my entire life. Superman never really moved the needle for me.
Yeah.
Wait, refresh my memory now. So there's a guy who has all powerful, no chinks in his armor unless you happen to get your hands on kryptonite, which, lucky for him, does not exist in this galaxy. And his number one adversary is like a fat old rich guy, right?
Lex Luthor?
Yeah.
He's not fat. His assistant was fat.
Oh.
He is a human, though.
I'm thinking of, was Gene Hackman?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess in my mind.
Oh, he was way more intimidating when he was played by Jesse Eisenberg.
I'm just saying, like, how's Superman going to lose?
That's kind of why I never had any interest in him. But speaking of Superman and Nicolas Cage, I recently watched that documentary about the Tim Burton Nick Cage Superman movie that
Yes.
never happened. That was really interesting. They had some crazy shit they were going to do.
Why did that not happen again?
I think it was they didn't have a lot of faith in the script. They kept changing writers. Like Kevin Smith wrote the first draft for it
Oh, wow.
when he was like 26.
Yeah.
And then they scrapped that, hired a new writer. Some other executives got brought on. They didn't like that script, so they axed him, brought on a third guy. And then while they were in production, like they have all this footage of Tim Burton and him in a hotel room putting on different Superman
saw
suits
that.
and
Yeah.
him talking about it and like just the two of them brainstorming like, oh, what if Superman did something like this? And it was really interesting. And then I think they kind of explain how, pretty sure it was Warner Brothers just had all these bombs in a row and they show them on screen. It was like, this movie came out, this was the budget, this is how much it lost. And they had a string of them and they were like, you know what? We're just not in a position right now to gamble with money like this.
Speaking of Men of Steel, you guys remember the Russian Popeye, the guy who injected oil into
Yeah.
his arms?
Oh, yeah.
He had like an MMA fight. A
Yeah.
proper one.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy his opponent wasn't very good, but he was good enough to beat a guy that has no arms.
I feel like that guy would have been better off as like a goalie
They got
than
infected,
an MMA
right?
fighter.
Yeah, right. So doctors warn him. Turns out, if you're listening or watching at home, not a great idea to just inject motor oil into your body.
Yeah.
So he had the triceps removed, leaving only the massive biceps. But in his relentless quest for physical perfection and attention, he has started a number of procedures, which may be with the end goal of ending up looking like an alien.
Yeah.
So currently he has huge biceps, almost no muscle on his body beyond that, no complementary triceps, has this huge, to my eyes, pretty bad alien chest and shoulder piece. And he has started getting, maybe he's going to the same cosmetic surgeon as Madonna. He has crazy cheekbones to where his cheeks actually stick out further than, like, they stick out about as far as his ears do.
Yeah.
And he's clearly gotten a lot of lip fillers, and there's speculation that he is not trying to look like a weird person, but he gets that, and then he gets the tattoos so he can become gigantic bicep Russian Popeye alien man.
What's the guy that looks like an alien, Katie, that morphed his face? You follow him or something?
The Black Alien Project is his Instagram handle.
You seen that guy?
Yeah, he's the guy, unless there's more than one of them out there, which there might be, who celebrated, I think he's South American, celebrated the end of his country's mask mandate by removing his ears.
That's him.
Surprisingly, that's actually a different man.
There
Oh.
you go.
That's like, his name is like Real Satan or something.
Yeah.
Wow, this Popeye arm guy doesn't look like he knows how to smile.
I think that is a Russian smile.
Huh.
Where does he get the money for all this shit?
OnlyFans.
Yeah,
So if you scroll down, you'll see what his face
I
currently
don't know what.
looks like.
Oh, yeah. Do not sell my data, please. Whoa.
Keep going.
Whoa.
Whoa.
There we go.
Oh! Oh, this man just likes looking very strange.
I think he needs to have some
He looks way better.
cosmetic surgery on the inside.
He had a loser's face. Now he has,
A man's face.
I
I
don't
like
know about that. But
his quote that says, "I'm an ideally handsome male."
You may
Yeah.
not like it, but this is what a peak male looks like.
Oh my God.
got a
in case
Louis
you were
Vuitton
wondering.
jacket. He's loaded. It works. Like, this is from looking like that, right? I just don't get the money that
Unless it's fake. The jacket.
You think you can get a fake Louis Vuitton jacket in Russia?
Oh, fuck yeah.
What about all the surgeries?
Oh.
How much does it cost for those surgeries? Like, you got paid to do an MMA fight. How much did you get paid?
Ew.
It was one fight.
the fucking tubes going into his stitched up football arm just draining goo.
Save that muscle. I may put it elsewhere.
I put that in lips.
Man, it's a lot of surgeries.
I know. Everyone's been complimenting your ass, Kevin.
Oh, yeah?
I'm hearing a lot of great things about your badonkadonk.
Cool. It's about time. My badonkadonk got its due.
You should wear assless chaps.
You should.
So
Yeah.
people know.
Someone on my Instagram said they for reals thought they were looking at Katie's ass before they realized it was yours with a target drawn on it during the Friday night Patreon show.
Okay.
I think you should work it. I think you should be a dancer.
Oh,
For
my
the
goodness.
show,
I
or-
can't dance.
Can you twerk, Kevin? Have you ever
No,
tried?
I have tried. I'm very bad at it. It's like the
Prove it.
whitest thing you could ever
Yeah.
see somebody do. All right.
Yes.
You've been warned. Okay.
Do we have some music we can play?
No.
Why is your back so wet?
Oh, I'm a fucking sweaty pig.
What?
Is it showing? Can I see? Oh, gross. Man, this is embarrassing. Now I gotta fucking twerk with this.
Wait,
I
you're
gotta-
not going to take your pants off?
Oh, I'm gonna twerk my
You can't-
naked ass?
You can't twerk in jeans.
Yeah, it doesn't make no sense.
I've never
Oh,
seen
man.
that once.
My butt's probably sweaty too.
Well,
Well,
This
whatever.
is why you want to watch on YouTube.
This is for you, internet. I suppose.
Are those some Tommy Johns?
They are Tommy John.
Yeah, those are some comfy undies right there.
Good undies for twerking in. Okay.
I'm kind of see through.
Oh,
I
no.
know.
Can you see my asshole?
I can see your whole ass.
Oh no, my penis too. Oh.
Too hot for YouTube.
Oops, man! If that doo-doo talk in the beginning didn't get us flagged, my bung snoid for sure will.
there's a slow-mo of you.
Oh, no. Oh.
There you go.
Ugh.
Welcome to episode 78. Kevin twerking and feces analysis.
Man, I'm gonna die alone.
On a pile of money you're going to get from that fucking sweet caboose.
Seriously.
Now I feel all weird.
Do you?
Everybody saw my sweaty back and ass.
You think your sweat is the most embarrassing and distracting thing about all this?
No, but it doesn't help.
Not the fact that I could see your tattoo clearly through your Tommy Johns.
Oh.
Why haven't you put your pants back on?
Oh yeah.
He loves the attention.
I'm going to say again, can you tell me where the HR department in this house is?
It was inappropriate. For
Can
sure.
you save that for the lactation station?
Look, you guys asked for it.
We got to get a lactation station.
We do. I feel like I'm being actively discouraged from pursuing my biological imperative to procreate by the lack of lactation stations in my workplace. Hey, some guy masturbated so hard he tore his lung.
What?
Was he masturbating the right thing?
I think so.
How do you tear your lung?
A 20-year-old in Switzerland went to the hospital with air leaking into his chest.
Oh, how?
He visited the emergency room, stabbing chest, pain, trouble breathing. His face had gotten swollen. Doctors could hear distinct cracking noises when he breathed in and out. He
God.
said his symptoms had begun while he was lying in bed masturbating. He had a condition where air circulating through the respiratory system somehow ends up escaping into the space in the chest between the two lungs. His air sacs were damaged. He required high doses of oxygen. They put him in ICU. He was in the hospital for about a week. Turns out it's not that hard to tear your lungs. Physical
Ooh.
trauma can do it. And it's actually not that serious either.
What?
You can have an acute asthma attack, violent vomiting, strenuous exercising. In this case, wanking it like there is no tomorrow. You can tear your lungs. And it's definitely a thing that happens. It's the first time anyone has ever heard of where it happened from somebody jerking off too hard. But he's going to be fine.
Man, what happened to his dick? If he
It probably ejaculated.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're jacking your dick so hard that you break your lungs,
Yeah. That's some
I
good jacking.
imagine that's gotta. I've done some furious jacking in my day
Is that
Good
so?
for you.
to the point where I've chafed and received penis injuries, but never a lung injury. That seems very vigorous. That's pretty much what it sounded like.
If you're not coming like that, you're pretty much wasting your time.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah. Gotta come like there's no tomorrow. Every orgasm could be your last, and you
Yeah.
need to masturbate accordingly.
Especially if you've got some bitch ass lungs. That's what the fuck.
Yeah, man.
How's
And-
that even happen?
Also, bless this man for just admitting that it came from masturbating.
Yeah, you gotta. If there's one thing that's come out of the internet and people oversharing and people proudly identifying as things that used to be sources of shame and things they kept hidden literally or figuratively in the closet, like, you're not the weirdest guy at the ICU. You're not the weirdest guy they've ever met. You're not the weirdest. Just fucking be honest. Yeah. Hell yeah. There's a fucking toy train set stuck up my ass because I thought it would be fun to put it in there. And you know what? For a while it was.
Yeah. First train was first cart was good. Second one was a little tough.
Look, I apologize because I did this to myself and I should have known it was risky behavior. And I don't want, if there's like a kid that just fell off their bicycle that has a fractured arm, by all means, tend to them. I'll be fine over here because I've done this to myself. But yes, Your Honor, I fucked a train and it didn't work.
There's a caboose in my caboose.
Yeah. Lesson learned.
I don't think those people learn.
No.
No, they'll be back.
Yep. That's what I think.
Yeah. I read a story about a guy. I'm not even going to be able to explain this properly, but he got so into next level masturbation as a teenager that he made some contraption. It sounded to me like it was like an old school record player and it had some like wires and shit on it. And I don't know if it was just the wire going in and out of his dick or if it may have been like electrocuting him or something, but it was real intense. And he got obsessed with it and he was using it like all day, every day. And he hated, he was ashamed of it. He hated himself for it. He would sometimes get so angry, he would destroy the thing. And then the desire would overcome him and he would go back into the world and buy another record player. And he just kept on fucking himself with those things and then destroying them, or at least disassembling it. And then in a moment of weakness, he would fucking it sounds like the alcoholic that eventually cracks and goes and gets that bottle. And only in
How's
this
his
case,
dick?
I think it was fine.
Oh. I thought this story was going to end with the record player 80s penis.
No, I don't think so. It was part of a book that I read that was completely unrelated to it. The story was related by the guy's therapist. So he was coming in saying that he was a chronic, compulsive, thinking man's masturbator.
Hey, have you guys ever jacked your dick to injury?
Like chafing, sure.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't alone.
Yeah, a couple of meth runs.
Yeah.
Beat my dick until it was like really swollen.
Oh yeah, and then there was that time when I pinched the head of my dick off.
To try and stop yourself from pissing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
When I was on ecstasy outside of a rave, pinched the head of my dick for so long that there was a severe penile tip injury.
Bruise.
No. Almost like, you remember those old school car lighters that you push in?
Yeah.
It was like you held one of those at the tip of my dick.
Scab.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wrecked it. Wrecked.
Wow. Scab knob is
Over the pee hole.
that's a bad look.
Yeah. Sensitive skin.
Right.
That was not a pleasant recovery.
Fair
Gotten some
enough.
calf Charlie horses during the act of sex. That's not that uncommon, right?
What?
To get like you're like holding some weird angle for too long and then all of a sudden
Oh, you
you're-
mean a cramp?
Oh yeah, I've gotten a Charlie horse in the arch of my foot during sex.
yeah, there
And
you
that's
go.
embarrassing. You have to fall over with
I thought
a
a Charlie
boner.
horse was when you got hit.
It's like the same
in the side of
feeling
the leg, yeah.
as a Charlie horse,
But you still call it a Charlie horse.
I guess.
Hmm.
Like, have you ever done that where you flex your toes and hold it for too long, and then you're like, "Ooh, that's hurting the arch of my foot. I should stop doing that." And then you stop, and the pain keeps getting worse. And you're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! I stopped doing it. Why is this hurting so much?" And then it's crippling pain.
No.
Me neither.
I don't think I've done that. You get the one though where you wake up in the middle of the night, right? I don't know, it happens to me like twice a year, where
With
I just
what?
wake up with like an insane cramp in my calf.
Oh,
Like
I've never had that either.
I just go from completely asleep to like, oh,
No.
really?
Yeah.
And you just got to breathe into it until it goes away.
Uh-huh.
What?
Oh, you've had that, Katie?
I used to get that often. It would wake me up, and the only way that I could get rid of it was to stand up and put my full weight down on my feet to like push through. It would like open up whatever the knot was, but it was extremely painful. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, like you wake up and your leg is sore as if you had injured it, and all you did was sleep hard.
It's fucked up. Apparently, it's from dehydration.
Yeah. That sounds about right. A Michigan man has claimed the honor of owning the world's fattest tongue.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That means like he can't close his mouth.
He said he never knew that he had an unusual tongue. He
Uh.
said it was just my tongue, and I did all the regular tongue things everyone else does with
Okay.
their tongue. And then he saw a video, I guess it was a thing going around where people were measuring the circumference of their tongue, and he said, okay,
Whoa.
I'll do it too. And it was only then that he found out that he has like an off the charts big fat thick tongue.
It looks like a penis is shooting out of his mouth.
I don't want that award.
I thought of that when you're talking about your poops at the start of the show.
Yeah, I don't like that. You see the lady with the really big mouth?
Oh yeah, the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah, she
Biggest
can.
mouth.
She can like bite into those burgers that if you can eat the burger, they give you what I mean, like a free meal and a T-shirt or some shit.
Yeah.
She's has a mouth that opens up and like it can bite it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, extra teeth. It looks like almost.
Oh, I'd like to see her.
She
And
does
I'd also like
she
to
can
watch
do a
these two make
pose
out.
with her face where she flexes it and her mouth goes. It looks fucking
She
crazy.
looks like a fish.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not a good look. She kind of, when she has a normal face, if you didn't look too hard, you'd be like, yeah, sure, normal lady's head. But you would be like, something about it. But then when she does that smile thing, it's like, what the fuck? It's really scary looking. It's not hot.
Oh! Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. That is nightmare fuel for
Yeah.
sure.
It's
She's always
scary.
got red lipstick on.
It looks like there's someone stuffed an invisible plate in her
She
mouth.
seems like she talks a lot too.
You're saying she
Wow.
Look at
will
that.
rarely shut her big fat mouth?
It just seems like she talks a lot. Like, look at that smile when she does the wide smile.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Oh. Imagine waking up and your leg hurts and then that's in front of your face.
She could eat your leg.
Yeah.
She has the potential.
I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because she looks like. Look,
I don't.
she knows that she's an unusual person. She's obviously leaning into it. The lipstick is intended to accentuate it. She looks like a cartoon lady to me.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks not real.
Yeah, she looks like a bad guy in a Mario game or something.
But
She's got
it's
a whole
like-
apple
Yeah.
in her mouth.
I don't know. It's like proportionately freaky. Yeah, she looks more like a human cartoon character than like a monster to me.
Can she suck 2 dicks?
Yep. Maybe 3.
All right.
She probably get the balls in the mouth at the same time.
There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
She could probably get your butthole in there too at the same time.
All right.
Oh, your butthole's a goner.
Just handling that apple.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
With room to spare.
Yeah.
So cool.
Where
Do you
does
think
this
she
monster
was-
live?
Loch Ness.
Bottom of the sea.
I think she's from like Massachusetts.
Yeah, I'm getting a Northeast vibe off of
Yeah.
her.
Do you think she was born with that mouth or she did exercises to make it so?
Both.
Because I remember as a little kid, I always loved Chevy Chase and I tried to give myself a butt chin like he did.
Yeah.
So I would stand in front of the mirror and I'd fold my fucking chin. And it did leave like a tiny little dent.
Yeah.
But I mean, thank God it didn't work because I don't want a butt chin now. But like if you notice like, wow, my mouth is kind of big. I wonder if I can put effort and do like daily stretches and goatsy my face.
I don't see why not. If you're saying, Jason, you said that there are guys who will extend their nipples through practice,
Yeah.
practice. So why
Oh,
not?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you could get like a really strong jaw if you did jaw exercises. I feel like she looks like she's got a strong jaw as well as a big mouth.
I believe she was born with a big mouth.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Mm.
Because she got made fun of as a child. I watched like a little video about her.
I
Of
can
course.
see that.
And then she got into high school, and the guys were like, "Oh, wait a second,
Mm.
big mouth, you say, huh?"
I wonder if it works like that. Like, is she really good at sucking dick because her mouth's so big? Or is it just all teeth because her mouth's so big?
Well,
Right. Are you
looking at
constantly
these,
falling out the side. Is there a breeze?
Right?
there looks to be in this picture where she is screaming. There appears to be a lot of distance between her top teeth and bottom teeth.
Yeah.
So she
I don't think
probably
she's screaming. I think it's just how hard people greet each other.
Yeah. Man,
Frog
that's
lady.
Scary. It's so big. She could eat her own face.
It's like
Yeah.
a bear trap.
Yeah, you know, like when Pac-Man dies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. She's halfway home.
Yeah, she is Ms. Pac-Man.
Yep. Should be good for that Reach toothbrush commercial.
Oh man, she should do all like dental commercials.
Yep.
Just get sponsors by like Quip and Floss. She is underutilizing that mouth. All
Would
she
you
got
make
was a
that deal?
stupid world record.
If you got a big, dumb, stupid mouth like that tomorrow, but it just meant you were just going to get fucking caked up by floss companies and you were going to be the big mouth Instagram influencer.
Fuck yes. Like
All right.
I would capitalize on all of my shortcomings. Like that's why I make jokes about my tits all the time. I'm stuck with these fucking flapperdoodles.
Because you're looking for a sponsorship.
Might as well make some money off of them.
What sponsor could you get from having fat tits?
There's man spanks.
Like a bra?
Mhm.
Manx. I think they're literally called.
Like a corset I wear just over my chest that pushes them down and flattens them so you can't see through my
Oh.
shirt.
Yeah.
I was thinking something to accentuate your tits.
Oh,
Ooh, I wouldn't like that.
All right.
yeah. We were thinking binding. You were thinking Madonna cone bra.
I don't know. He's got a nice butt, you know?
Mm.
I
He's
should
got
work that angle.
He's got a rack as well.
Victoria's Secret has been doing a lot of inclusive rebranding.
Oh yeah?
Yep, might be your time.
Victoria's Secret, if you're listening, I'm available.
Like man models?
I don't know that they have reached that point yet, but they've been trying to include different body shapes. So
Yeah.
I don't see why Kevin couldn't slide in there with that juicy butt.
I got
I
a.
could also fill out a bikini top
Mhm.
for sure.
Might be a good look. That and a G-string to flaunt your cheeks.
Man,
Some people might be into that.
I suppose.
Where, like, the thing you were saying, what is it, corset?
Corset?
Yeah, wear that. And a bra and a G-string.
I'm ready for Comic-Con.
You might be ready. Might be the look. Just saying, you want to get a name for yourself. You just wear that all the time.
Yeah, I don't know if there's as much of a market for my my voluptuous nougatos as this lady has with her gigantic mouth.
You don't know that.
Yeah, that's right. You could try.
I'm picturing you on roller skates.
Yeah, to finish it off.
Yeah.
Good point.
And then what?
Roller
Rollerboy.
skates. And then you're everywhere.
Okay, so she
okay.
she
Yes.
gets commercials for
Mhm.
floss and toothbrushes and toothpaste.
Yeah.
You slap a corset on me, put me
Yes.
in a thong,
Yes.
give me a bra,
Right.
and then I'm on roller skates.
Yeah.
Now what?
I'm
You
glad
sit
you asked.
here and you do the show.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. And every time you're not sitting here, you're outside, like wherever people are going to be, you're just roller skating past, like not obviously trying to get attention, but you're in a place where you're guaranteed to get lots of attention. The Santa Monica Pier, the Santa Monica Promenade, if there's
Your
a parade or
Instagram
something
would
like
go
that,
up.
it's not even just your Instagram. It's that everybody is going to be Instagramming you.
Yeah, you go
Who's
viral.
that boy? Who's that boy? They'll say. And when
Hopefully.
you start showing up on everybody's feed, that is when you start harvesting the bucks.
We don't mention it. You're just here always wearing that. I tell you, hey, Jason, you got a new co-host? I'm like, what are you talking about? What's up with the guy on roller skates? I'm like, it's Kevin.
Who, Roller Boy?
Yeah, roller gay boy. What are you talking about? Roller gay boy's been on the show for years.
I guess I'm just not seeing the lucrative possibilities.
Really?
What about
Are
if
you
we did a
serious?
show where we all did stand up? You'd be funnier if you were on roller
No doubt
skates with
about
a
it.
G-string and a corset.
Look, it's just this simple. If you can get people to be interested in following your goofy exploits, then you're delivering eyeballs, and that's when you start getting sponsors. If you're some fucking 70-year-old rich Euro dude that's constantly dancing on his Instagram on yachts with prostitutes that you hire, everybody's like, are you following that old guy that dances with prostitutes? He's like, looks like he's made out of leather. And then once he has 5 million followers, then all of a sudden there's a fucking bottle of Cristal in the background. It's how you play the game, roller boy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready
Just
to
think
roll
about
on.
it. Just think about it. You know, you got to have your thing.
Yeah.
Would it make the show more entertaining? That's what I look at it. Is it a yes or a no? I believe the show would be more entertaining if you had a G-string on and roller skates.
All right. We just
Sorry,
need a
put me
roller
up.
skate sponsor, a G-string sponsor,
No, we don't.
a bra sponsor.
No,
Got
first you
all-
make
got
it
all that
yourself.
stuff. Yeah.
Then people start hitting you up because you got a name for it.
Kind of wish I just had a gigantic mouth.
Hey, we all do.
Yeah,
These are the
tell me
cards we're
about
dealt.
it. Yeah. I would love to be able to eat a sandwich a little bit faster. I really don't. I don't want a little mouth though. That would really bum me out.
I'd rather have a big one than a
Me
little
too.
one.
Yeah. Like Ryan Gosling. He's got a tiny mouth.
Does he?
Looks like it's real tough for him to eat burritos.
Yeah, I don't want to live like that.
I never noticed.
Yeah.
I thought he was ridiculously handsome.
He is. Tiny ass mouth.
He has to Diego every hot dog.
If people want to see the Diego, it's patreon.com/Ellis for a live Friday night show. It was
Ellis
a good one.
mate.
Oh, sorry, Ellis, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, it was good.
I felt good about it.
Yes.
That was fun.
So,
What do you guys want
do you want me to buy that stuff for you? Roller skates? What size foot are you?
11 and a half.
We could just try it, and if you don't like it, then we could, you can go put your pants on.
Yeah.
Would you get flagged for being on Instagram with a G-string on and roller skates?
You gotta make sure you're gonna want to make sure you're covered.
Yeah, as long as there's no anus, areola,
Yeah.
or ball bag.
Yeah.
No, I think you want to be like for the sponsorship money that's going to come eventually. You need to set yourself up for success. You want to be a positive, like almost family friendly. Like you're goofy. It's silly. It's fun.
And now I'm going to teach you what vowels are.
Jackass
Kids.
might have you in their next movie. Roller Gay Boy sounds pretty cool to have there.
Yeah, shoot me out of a cannon.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
See? No offense, but do you think they'll just hire Plain Kevin?
No.
Roller Gay Boy could have a spot in there.
You could just do stunts that involve you getting pulled or pushed into things on roller skates.
Yeah.
It could literally be your entire shtick.
Just stunts.
All right.
Weak ass stunts. So you don't get hurt, but
I don't mind getting hurt.
all right, well then mega stunts.
Okay, so then, you're on those really big wooden roller coasters. You go on your roller skates in your G-string. We shoot you up the track, but the end of it's broken and you just fly off. And then you're in one of those like base jumping, like human squirrel costumes.
That escalated.
Yeah.
What about if you dodge cars on the freeway? How about that?
I will 100%
Fucking-
survive both
what
of
the
those.
fuck was that? Fly off a roller coaster and base jump. Why don't you kill yourself? You ever thought of that? Fucking asshole. But he's got a point. Like little, jump a little fire, like make a little fire
Sure.
on the street and jump over in slow-mo. Your shit will become very entertaining. People would love that.
Do you still have that little ramp?
You do not want to try and jump off that.
No.
Yeah. You do not want to ride any ramp I build.
Okay.
I've discovered that that's a bad idea.
Maybe Tony will let us go back to his warehouse.
Nah,
I
not
got
like that. No.
I got a key. He doesn't even need to know.
I already signed the death waiver. I'm cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could go anytime you want. We can go tonight. I'm going down there. You could jump something.
Get those sweet cheeks out.
We don't have your get up yet,
No.
but it wouldn't be hard to get.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos probably has every item you need. Roller skates. You want to have socks pulled up too.
Like old school 80s, 70s socks.
Maybe even thigh highs.
Oh, yeah. Like striped ones.
Yeah.
Okay. I like those.
A wig, Michael?
No.
Right.
To me, no. I want
A helmet?
I want to retain the essential Kevin. For that, probably.
Open face helmet though. You got to see your sweet face.
I mean, depends on what we're doing.
Right.
I can
if
go
you're getting
helmetless.
shot off a roller coaster and base jump, you should probably put a full face helmet on.
Yeah, I would like one of those.
Even though I don't think if it goes wrong, that's going to help. I think you're just dead.
Yeah, pretty much. Is there a full body helmet?
That doesn't make any sense. You mean like a capsule? I went to Houdini's house the other day or some fucking place, and they had the thing that he went in down Niagara Falls. You could do it in that.
Yeah. Good news, guys. It's almost like it's meant to be. RollerGayBoy.com is available.
Okay.
The show would go up. I think we'd get an extra couple thousand subscribers if you were always Roller Gay Boy.
Yeah.
Gay Roller Boy.
You could probably do another show.
Oh, yeah.
Roller Gay Boy in the, you know what I mean, in the fucking Stray Cats or something.
Oh, you're going to Urkel for sure.
Podcasts, maybe a Netflix special.
Just give people safety tips in
I don't
my
know.
outfit.
Just being a character that people love to see.
Yeah. Spreading joy really is what I see you doing.
If you had stand-up ability and you dress like that and you roller skated onto stage, a lot of comedians would probably be mad at you, but you know, they're just hating because they didn't come up with it.
Yeah. They're just mad at my sweet cheeks.
It's a good idea, I think.
Yeah.
Chappelle Lacey does a backflip at the end of his stand-up. You could just show up as Roller Gay Boy. It's like a joke in itself. And then you got roller skating jokes, you got G-string jokes, corset jokes, being gay jokes.
Yeah.
I can write some of those for you.
Mm-hmm. I floss every day, and then you turn around and show them your ass.
Nice. And at the very end, you do like a stunt
Yeah.
to end the the gig.
Yeah. Like
I would buy tickets to Roller Gay Boy.
I poop and then my G-string cuts it in half.
That's another.
Great.
That's
I was going to say the old ping pong trick, but that works too.
shitting on stage after your set is. I don't know.
Like, oh man, Roller Gay Boy goes last. I'm
Chopping your own
sick of following that
in
guy.
half long ways is fucking gnarly.
The GGL of gay erotic comedy.
Yeah. No one's doing it. No one's doing it. Somebody's gonna get offended though.
Somebody always gets offended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have a right or not, but
Yeah.
someone's definitely gonna be like, "Did you really just split your shit in half
Oh, they
on stage?"
I'm not going to sit here and pay my hard-earned money while Roller Gay Boy draws pictures of the Prophet Muhammad with his feces.
Yeah. Ooh.
This took a really
he finishes
big
that
turn.
drawing or before someone tackles him. I guess I'm
That's
not
where I draw the line.
can't tackle a guy that's playing with his own poo.
no.
Yeah, you're pretty much up there until you're ready to go.
yeah, you don't worry about the light at all.
No.
Like, that's cute. They're flashing the light at me.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So as I was saying,
your shit is the light. Yeah.
Another thing about the Jews.
Oh man. I feel like we should leave. This is ridiculous.
Hooray!
yeah, Roller Gay Boy really went on an adventure today.
Yeah. If anybody wants Roller Gay Boy to happen, DM us. You know, we'll convince him if it's what you want.
Yeah.
You know. But if it's not, I totally understand. Because I mean, splitting poo.
Yeah, you might have a point.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Otherwise, we'll just see you in Patreon land.
Yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, and make sure you get the Jason Ellis Show hot sauce at The Fruit is Lava on Instagram.
But uppercut.
Butt Uppercut is out now, and it's great. Have a good day, everybody. Don't die.
If you want more Jason Ellis Show, sign up for their Patreon at patreon.com/EllisMate for a 2-hour show every Tuesday and Wednesday. To watch full episodes of The Jason Ellis Show, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Jason Ellis Show. And don't forget to follow the crew on Instagram at Wolfmate, at Tullywood, at Kevin Kraft, at Underwear Wolf, and at The Jason Ellis Show.